All right, sorry, Dr. Sumner. I don't know how much of that you actually heard, but I am doing this meeting to make up for the case study one file that I lost. I'm going to use the answers that we uh, came up with and put in our Google Doc, in our Google Drive for case study one. So going through each question, what do you think of the way James handled his particular situation, considering his limited background? Mrs. Wells thought uh, she thought he did okay with handling it overall. Ms. Hawkins said he has experienced transitions before, observed first, then implemented changes in the new school the next year. I didn't see a problem with it. I just felt like boundaries need to be set when colleague relationship statuses change. Mr. Perry said that the principal is doing the right thing by being proactive and involve the stakeholders. He says if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. And question two, what more could be done to help? What more could be done to help the reading scores in the school? Ms. Wells said that they did a good job in having the initial focus. Workshops and PDs would have helped a great deal across every course's curriculum. Ms. Hawkins said since science is nonfiction text, math provides real world applications. So she wanted more cross curriculum alignment. I said same thing, cross curriculum reading guidelines to increase literacy scores across the board. Mr. Perry said vertical alignment for all grades, building on a skill as a student gets older would have been helpful. In question three, we said what additional resources could James utilize to help the school improve? Ms. Wells said data-driven pullouts, one-on-ones, and small groups. Data needs to be completed first, though. Ms. Hawkins said review data from prior year using EVA scores, ELC, district common assessments. I said to implement some fun, book fairs, reading competitions, local celebrities doing a reading, such as like news people, spelling bees. Mr. Perry said the culture of the school could also change with community involvement, parent involvement, teacher teams, high-low pairing. In question four, said what could he be sacrificing, if anything, by placing an extraordinary emphasis on the reading program? Ms. Wells thought the other subject areas suffer. All subjects complement reading, but not vice versa. They need other initiatives to add value to other subjects. Ms. Hawkins said that she agrees with Ms. Wells and Mr. Perry, but thinks push reading where students are strongest in learning and implement more reading with a stronger math student by using applications. So what she's saying is a lot of individual data driven. She believes that if a student is strongest in science, then they should have more reading in science. I agree with everybody, and I think the staff morale could drop. You know, you just don't want anybody to have any contempt towards another department or the principal because they don't feel they get enough support or resources. You want them to know that their voice could be heard, and their needs be supported. Mr. Perry thought he isn't losing anything by emphasizing the reading program, but it would benefit him to implement cross-curriculum activities within English. Fine, the child fine law might need to be implemented here. And let's see what that is real quick. And the child fund is a legal requirement that schools fund all children who have disabilities and who may be entitled to special education services. Child fund covers every child from birth through age 21. The school must evaluate any child that it knows or suspects may have a disability. Okay, so that goes along with our IEPs and 504 plans, just to help students succeed a little more. All right. That okay. That is our responses for case study one. I think as a whole, we all agreed more cross curriculum. You saw it several times throughout the document, um, and I think we all think like the focus shouldn't have been on reading for so long. You know, get reading up, then implement a little more for them the next year, but make the focus on another subject content a little more the next year. So math will be next year, be heavy. Um, then the next year science, but we're going to do a little more math. We're going to expand a little more on math, expand a little more on reading, but science is going to be the big focus this year. So that's our case study one. And again, I apologize for misplacing the file, and I hope this helps. Thank you.